They say that the best memories are golden, that when you look back on them, you'll feel warm and fuzzy inside. And that's how I feel when I think about Jeju. This past fall, we were blessed with the chance to travel back to Korea, spending the glorious peak of autumn amidst golden leaves and turquoise waters. We immersed ourselves in getting lost in the unrelenting joy of rediscovering the little things, alleyways and cafes and footsteps and sketches and nature. So I invite you to come on board to see how our time on Jeju Island was spent.
Okay, we are currently at a tangerine farm in Jeju, and this is the first thing we're doing. We landed in Jeju last night, we checked into a guest house and we're staying there. Right now we're just taking pictures of ourselves. We're gonna keep picking oranges. We have not picked our fill yet. We've just been munching and snacking and taking pictures.
Yes.
No, yes.
Look at that, that one looks super ripe.
That one looks beautiful.
Maybe too ripe.
Peel it, we can eat it now.
Yeah, take it back. I'll hold this one.
Okay. Bismillah. Good. Here you go.
Feed me.
Autumn carries more gold in its pocket than you realize. Picking tangerines was absolutely lovely. For just $5, we snacked as we picked a kilo each to take with us. I'll leave important information down below if you're looking to visit because the shop owner didn't speak English, but before we left, we were sweetly offered homemade tangerine jam, tea, and crackers to snack on inside the owner's shop.
Alright, we are now leaving. That whole bag has a little bit over 2 kilos of oranges. We picked less than 2 kilos, but she gave us even more than that. I think he's filming his feet. But now we are on to our next destination. We're here! Yay! Okay, let's go.
If you're ever in Jeju, drop on by to the Innisfree Jeju House to make your own soap. We shaped our bubble bars and shopped before exploring the Ojo-ri Tea Museum and Cafe. I 100% recommend this. And then we took delight in the tea fields, seemingly endless rows and rows of green tea all on the same grounds. We proceeded to at last eat at dinner time, choosing to try out a halal spot in the city.
We got garlic naan and he got some rice and we're gonna eat. It's been a long day without an actual meal or water midway.
Can we do it again?
That's not what you did. Yum. Good morning from sunny Seogwipo. Today is our second day in Jeju and we are now on the eastern side of the island staying in an Airbnb that is on an estuary, which is kind of like an inlet for seawater. Like it leads into the sea basically, and it's gorgeous. The nature here is absolutely beautiful. We're waiting for breakfast to open up, so we're just walking around taking in the sights and the sounds, and as always taking video and photos. I'll share with you more as we continue our day.
We were greeted that next morning with the riches of morning light, venturing out to explore the estuary grounds around us. Catching the sun as it rose over our heads, we went to where our feet took us, only to realize we'd gotten far, really far from where we'd started, and so we mapped our ways back.
This is our Airbnb. So we have this little sink area for the mornings, the bathroom's in there behind Bilal, and there's this little desk. Can you open the window for me? And we get this beautiful view. So this morning we got to see the sunrise, and we get to kind of overlook the water. I think they could really use a full body mirror right here. But if you go up the stairs, then we have a little room with a bed, but I'm not gonna go up. Should I go up?
I can go up.
Thank you. Okay, we're in here. This little cafe. This is the location. It's so nice. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Finally making it to breakfast after our one meal yesterday was a long-awaited dream come true. But what remains in my heart is the memory of warmth and indie music and fresh food, all with a homemade touch. It may not make sense, but the comfort this meal brought me continues to be a distant feeling I yearn for.
Oh, this is alright.
After breakfast, we found no buses or cabs in sight, but we ended up hitching a ride with 2 girls at the same Airbnb as us, so thank you Kendra and Leung for bringing us to the ferry for the next part of our trip, Ojo Island.
We're now on the ferry going to Udo, and the wind was really strong just now, but it's beautiful, and I will insert them here.
Wind in my face and excitement in my limbs, we stood at the edge of the ferry, watching as the waters rippled and the birds stay midair. The miracles of creation were everywhere.
This is a fat disclaimer, but I've never ridden a bike in my life, like successfully. I've always fallen off. But we're gonna do a 2-person bike, and
freedom that came with exploring a small island on bike conjures idyllic images, but the harried winds and my inability to actually ride a bike proved this stint a full-on adventure, filled with pauses to admire the beauty of Udo Island.
Oh my god, it looks like popcorn!
Yeah, it does.
Wow! It looks like popcorn. That's nuts. Mashallah.
The waters beckoned, and as we inched closer to the tide, the waters got in shoes, adding to the jar of memories we began to fill this day. And so we bid farewell our little adventure, seeking rest once more.
Okay, we are now freshened up and downstairs for dinner, but I don't know where the folks are, so we're gonna wait a little bit and see. Yes, I think that's the fried rice. Yep. This was a much more satisfying meal than I could have ever imagined. Even though we had really fancy like Indian food yesterday, yeah, this was just really nice. It's locked? Okay, good. It is now about almost 6 a.m. We're trying to catch the sunrise. We're gonna go to Sunrise Peak. Cool. Yeah, I'm so out of breath. Bilal, it's breaking the horizon. You know, I like that there's a crowd here. The fact that everyone here is so in awe.
The collective joy and cheer in watching the sun break the horizon, the effort every person on the peak put into climbing the mount, the beautiful scenes that took my breath away left me in wonder. Wonder at our insignificance in the world, wonder at the mercies and the blessings all around us, wonder at the way our hearts swelled at the sight bestowed upon us. We continued to explore the peak as we descended, finding beauty everywhere, finally laying eyes on a green-roofed cafe, the perfect place for breakfast.
Alright, we have abalone soup. We kept saying we weren't going to try it, but she just made it fresh and it smells so good. We have our little bowls and we're going to try eating this. Yeah, she said it's really good for your health. She's so sweet. I definitely recommend you stop by here. We just finished our food, licked the bowl clean. It was absolutely delicious. Please come have abalone soup when you are in Jeju. Definitely come here, try it. Or go to one of those like more traditional spots and eat it too. They all look delicious, but I just really loved this because she was so welcoming.
Are you vlogging?
I'm vlogging, yeah. So we're having a second breakfast because we couldn't give up the opportunity to just eat once more while we're here because the food's delicious. All organic, I think. Seems like it. I'm making it up right now, but also just to take in the ambiance. We just checked out, so we're gonna eat and then head back over to the west side of the island.
Come to Jeju-si on this side of the island.
Yes, subhanAllah, it's so gorgeous.
Go to Udo Island.
Go to Udo, yes.
Our afternoon was spent atop cliff sides, admiring the perfection in the stone at the shore. How anything like this existed in nature was beyond me, and all we had to do was look to see the beauty all around us.
We're now at Bowls Cafe.
We soon found ourselves at Vol's Cafe. It was everything that we'd needed, a break, a pause to take in everything that we'd witnessed. That and delicious pastries won me over. Before we knew it, we were watching the sunset across the island, and there was something about starting the day with the sun atop a peak and finishing it as the sun sank into the horizon that struck me. We are at the mercies of the one who controls all of this, and so with full hearts, our day soon came to an end.
Welcome to the Yeah guest house. This is the kitchen and lobby area where people who stay can chill outside of their rooms and, you know, eat noodles and whatnot. The gracious host / lobby manager helped us order food, so we are chilling because the day has been long. Our food is here. This is the spread. We got some sides, rice, soup, tteokbokki, sundubu-jjigae, and some kimchi kimbap. I'm excited. We're gonna eat. Good night to everybody.
And just like that, our adventures in Jeju came to an end. The days we spent there felt like a dream, filled with the wonders of witnessing the world beyond us. I was disillusioned with the image of a mundane day-to-day life before all this, only to open my eyes to all of what surrounded me. And it took me a trip across the oceans for my heart to truly remember its maker. But my faith swelled. So, thank you, Jeju.